Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. It's so good to have you here with me today. I'm so glad to just be able to sit out here and enjoy my evening here amongst the roses. Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. It's such a wonderful day out here today just to be able to sit and relax and to anticipate my roses that are coming in bloom. And soon this whole area will be filled with fragrance and the beauty of the roses. I love this time of year because my garden is just filled with roses, and I love this Eden climber. I also really anticipate just walking into the garden and smelling the roses. And right now I love their form, that they're in bud form. And they haven't fully opened up yet, but I love the anticipation of seeing the fullness of the blossoms. As I sit here and relax in the garden, reading my gardening magazines and dreaming of what is to come. Right now is the beginning of rose season. Some of my blooms have opened up in the front, and I want to take you around to see the knockout red roses. They are so gorgeous in the front garden. And then this climbing Eden climber rose, it's starting to bloom. You can see the little blossoms here, and soon it's just going to fill the whole rail of the deck here with beautiful blooms that are so gorgeous. They almost remind me of English roses. And and they're just full and full of scent and beauty. And then I also have another rose here that is also very fragrant. So come with me as we tour around the garden and look at the different roses that are in bloom, and as we anticipate the roses that are coming into bloom as well. This month to me, June, is definitely the month of the roses. I call this area my front side border, and to me it reminds me of my urban cottage garden with all of the full and luscious shrubs here. And right here in this area, I've created this little rock garden, and also I planted some jack-o'-lantern pumpkins that I had seeded. And I started these plants from seed in little pots, and then I planted them here. And I'm hoping that they would just fill this area, and I would also see the luscious pumpkins in the middle of that garden. But right now, let's take a look at these beautiful knockout red roses. Each bloom is just full and spectacular. I just love this red. It's very bright and vibrant, and it fits this spot because it brings life to this end of the bed. It kind of draws your eye down when you're coming in, and you want to see, well, what else is happening? And here I have my white Rosa rugosa rose bush, which is really full of blossoms. Then another knockout red rose. I also have another rose tucked in behind that is not bloomed as yet, but then all the way up the border, I anticipate many other roses opening up. You can almost see the little pink rosebud there. That too is a knockout rose that I planted there. And it is not as full as the others, but it will get there. I just planted it this year. And then there is the full lush rose bush here, anchoring this part of the garden. There are other roses tucked in between, further up the border. Now that the lilacs have finished, the roses really stand out prominently. And I love this color because this color, you can see it throughout the bed, that it's popping up and showing up in other perennials. My rhododendron bush is still looking good, nice and full with a lot of blossoms. I'm so pleased with it. But do you notice the color of the rose coming out in that peony? The deeper shades of red are taking over my urban cottage garden, and it's changing from this lilac lavender color to a more deeper shade of red and fuchsia, and I just love it. Now my vegetable bed is doing okay. I think I'm just longing for the heat, and you'll see that fill in. But right now, we're excited about what we see. My kale, eggplant, peppers, my zinnia seeds. Zinnia seedlings are growing, which will add more color. My husband came home with this Sweet William perennial, and I'm so happy to add it to the garden. So next year it will fill this area and will look really pretty with the alliums, the rhododendron, the lilac, the iris. Here is the beaded iris tucked in amongst the shrubs, and that too will fill out as well. So I'm just happy with the color spectrum here. And we can see, as I said, the pale colors of the purples now into these hot, rich fuchsia colors of the dianthus, backed up with green. Yes, green. My Queen Elizabeth rose bush, which has been here for the last, I would say, 10 years, has really grown out, and it's gotten taller, and the blooms are so beautiful. I love this pink and the shape of the roses. Do you hear the sounds of my garden? All throughout the garden, as I walk around it, I can hear the sounds of the birds and the life and even the traffic. It sounds like a river flowing. And the garden is just so peaceful. I love how the flowers are just getting larger, all of the annuals, the petunias, and now I have these little white flowers, and they're called white anemones, and they are woodland plants, and they seed all over the garden. You're going to see these little white flowers pop up all throughout the garden, and the thing is, at night it just glistens and makes the garden sparkle. The sense of anticipation for these blooms to open up. It's just amazing. I just love how they look. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Yes, the blooms of the roses. And so I wanted to share this with you. I know that it's not the full open rose yet, but when it does happen, you shall see it. Well, if you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. How is your garden growing? I hope things are going well for you so far for the month of June. Look out for more videos on the roses because as they come in bloom, I'm going to share with you the roses in my garden. So, see you next time in Catherine's garden. Bye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.